Hi guys, welcome to Via Frequency. I am Olivia and I'm so grateful that you're joining me here today. Via Frequency is a channel where we explore the elevation and evolution of human consciousness, as well as come to a point where we can truly realize, recognize, and actualize our already innate wholeness. So I just recorded a traditional emotional freedom technique, EFT, style video tutorial and explanation of the whole modality, and I promised that I would also record a Faster EFT style tutorial. You can do this in the comfort of your own home. You can do this if you're at work, go to the bathroom, do a little tap, 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 and feel a lot better. I love this because it's quick, it's easy, and tapping is effective. Bottom line, it is highly effective. And sometimes you just want to simplify and go for what actually works, what actually produces results. Now, there are a few key differences between the traditional EFT and the Faster EFT style, and I'm going to be honest here. The traditional EFT is an energy-based modality. It's based on our energetic state and energetic system, and just energy being a basic premise for the emotional state and for life itself. Faster EFT takes a bit more of a scientific approach. Now, I like to be very balanced in my thinking. I don't go all spiritual or all scientific. I don't jump to the polarities because, in all honesty, what I think that people who do this on either side of this very polarized argument misunderstand is that science and spirituality are one and the same. However, for the sake of the Faster EFT, this style, just because of its explanation, may more appropriately cater to someone with a more scientific mind, as instead of talking about it from an energetic perspective, it's talking about tapping on these meridian points. There's 4 points in Faster EFT as opposed to 9 in the traditional EFT, disrupting the brain processes and the chemicals that are released in the body by tapping on these points and allowing for relief to be felt. If we have trapped trauma, if we have trapped emotion within our being that has been suppressed, it means that we did literally banish it from the light of our consciousness at one point, whether consciously or subconsciously, purposely, with intention or without, most likely just because of society and the socialization process. In order to survive, we oftentimes abandon certain emotions or suppress certain parts of ourselves because we feel that we must do so in order to be accepted into our interdependent relational species. However, just because it's suppressed doesn't mean that years down the road it's not going to come back to haunt you, because when it's within you, you're carrying it. EFT is allowing you to let go. It's allowing you to release and to move forward with your life. When we begin the EFT process with Faster EFT, we are focusing on the emotion. We are focusing on the sensation. We're not trying to change it. We're not trying to minimize it. We're not trying to fix it. We're not trying to alter it. We may even, what I like to do is even turn up the emotion a little bit so I can feel it really, really strong, really zero in on it, really focus it. It is our undivided attention and unconditional presence with the emotion, along with tapping on these points that release certain chemicals within the body and create shifts, turning different parts of the brain on and off, allowing us to see things from a new perspective and oftentimes receive clarity to the point where we're just not bothered by them anymore. This is literally a much faster style. It also incorporates other modalities such as neuro-linguistic programming, which I love. I study NLP as well. And there's a whole lot more behind it. I'm not going to go into all the details because I really wanted to make this a quicker video. So let's just get right into it. To open the session, we are going to focus on the issue, whether that be an emotional issue, whether that be a physical pain or physical ailment of some sort, or something we are trying to shift in our lives, change our perspective on something, or bring more abundance into our lives, or lose weight, it can really be applied to just about anything, any patterning that has occurred in our mind, in our mental, in our DNA, whatever it may be, it can be shifted. Just like in the other video, I focused on tension in the body. How does a trapped emotion typically translate in the body? It starts with tension. So this is just a simple and easy tapping tutorial that you can use for just about any emotion or anything at all, because it all goes back to that form of tension in your body. I'm going to focus on that tension in my body. I'm going to see it in my mind's eye. I'm going to feel it in my body. I even like to, as I said, turn up the volume on it, really tap into the feeling. And then I'm going to be tapping on 4 points. These 4 points are right here, the inner eyebrow, right beside the eye right here, almost on the temple, but not quite the temple, right under the eye right here, and then on the collarbone right here. How you can find this is just identify the 2 round collarbone thingies right here. Come out a little and down, and it's just right in this area. And don't freak out about getting the exact positioning correct. You're fine. You're absolutely fine. Then actually grabbing our wrist. This is giving us a sense of safety and security and almost comfort. We are learning to self-soothe and comfort ourselves, and our body will interpret it that way. And when we do this, we're saying it is safe to let this go. And then we're holding our wrist and repeating peace. Now, if you have another comforting emotion that you would like to put in the place of peace, like harmony or calm, whatever is a better trigger point for you, by all means, go for it. During the classic tapping, I like tapping on both sides of my body at the same time. During the Faster EFT, I alternate. I do one side of my body and then I do the other side of my body, which you'll see in this technique. I will give you enough time to repeat the statement that I'm stating as I'm tapping. This is very, very simple, so I'm sure you'll catch on very quickly. Do not worry about doing it perfectly. Do not worry about being precise. Just worry about flowing with it, being open to whatever may come up, whatever you may feel, experience, acknowledge. First, let's categorize from 0 to 10. How bad is that tension in our body or whatever issue you're dealing with on a scale of 0 to 10? I'm going to go with 3 right now, and we'll see if we can shift that. And now we're simply saying a very short statement on all of the points. And the one that I'm choosing to use in this video that you can also use in all of your tapping sessions is, it is safe to release and let this go. It is safe to release and let this go. It is safe to release and let this go. It is safe to release and let this go. It is safe to release and let this go. Deep breath. Release and blow out. Peace. Now we're going to go to the other side. It is safe to release and let this go. It is safe to release and let this go. It is safe to release and let this go. It is safe to release and let this go. It is safe to release and let this go. Deep breath. Blow out. Peace. And that's it. So simple, right? So then you would reevaluate the numerical number, and just after that quick little tap through, I feel like the tension is probably down to a 2 or a 1.5. Granted, I wasn't dealing with a huge amount, but you will feel a shift in your body if you give it a chance and if you're consistent with it. And you are just going to keep repeating this until you feel the shift. And what you ultimately want to do is keep tapping until it no longer bothers you at all, and until you get that clarity and that liberation around the issue. Oftentimes, I will go through these 4 points and rotate them, and then do the wrist part and the statement around the wrist, and then the deep breath and peace. And I'll do the same thing for the other side. So I'm just gonna go through one more time, a quick little tutorial, and then you guys can try this on your own, because it's not like the traditional tapping where you really need to follow along to a video. You can totally just memorize that statement on your own, or even modify the statement to better fit your needs. Let's do it again. It is safe for me to release and let this go. It is safe for me to release and let this go. It is safe for me to release and let this go. I 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 release and let this go. It is safe for me to release and let this go. It is safe for me to release and let this go. It is safe for me to release and let this go. I release and let this go. It is safe for me to release and let this go. Peace. Make sure you're breathing through the whole time. It is safe for me to release and let this go. It is safe for me to release and let this go. It is safe for me to release and let this go. It is safe for me to release and let this go. It is safe for me to release and let this go. It is safe for me to release and let this go. It is safe for me to release and let this go. It is safe for me to release and let this go. It is safe for me to release and let this go. I release and let this go. I release and let this go. I release and let this go. It is safe for me to release and let this go. Peace. And that's it. Super simple, right? I promise you that with a little bit of practice and a little bit of dedication and time, which it really doesn't even take that long or take that much energy, it's so simple, it's so easy, you will begin to feel a lot lighter, and you will realize that your emotional state, as well as your frequency, is in your hands. So I hope this empowered you. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them down below. If any of this resonated with you, please feel free to tap on that like button and hit the subscribe button and the little notification bell, and drop me a comment. I'd love to connect. Until next time, I am Olivia for Via Frequency, signing out. Ta-ta for now.